All right, good afternoon, everyone. It is 2 o'clock Eastern Time, June 11th, 2025. Had a little bit of technical difficulties with my screen capture software where I wasn't able to get the mic working. I don't know what happened. Maybe there was usually when Microsoft releases a fix or a update, you got to reconfigure everything. So that's about it. But look at this market. This market is, going toward the low. But we trade what we see in the now. There's a nice gap right here at 53.75-ish. Looks good here, looks good here, looks good here. So the low of this candle is 33.25. This is a big, a lot of volume here. And a lot of volume here. So what does that mean? That's the question. What does it mean? Is there a trade here? That's a lot of price action. You're weak. I don't know. I mean, 27.25, possibly a little, resistance, 28.25, possibly a little resistance. What I'm doing is I'm looking at, previous price action. Let's get this a little further out. So I'm looking at over here, this one, not so much today, but you see right here? You see this little belly, which is about, 6 points, 3 points or whatever. But right in here, this could be a little support at 28.50. And let's try that. Okay, let's just try that. You enable my, there we go. Oh my good. Wow, what happened here? That was crazy. Is there another entry? Two o'clock. I'm telling you, every hour there's something. Keep this in view, see where we're at. There we go. So 28.50 is where it's telling me. Like right in here. Go along about right here. You have plenty of time to retrace. Up in here. We'll see if we pull back in. Got a couple of buying imbalances now. Very small amounts of selling imbalances here compared to what we had before. All right. We're staying above. If we could stay above here, Got 24,000. That's pretty significant. We're showing pretty decent support here. I think right about in here is a good, yeah, I think we're at a pretty good, wow, that was loud. I think we're in a good position here. So we'll see. You know, remember, I got to take into account, I only got a 10 tick stop, right? Looking for 20 tick profit. You stay above here, I think we'll be okay. I mean, you got a small, you know, little bit of volume in these two candles. And then you got nothing here. So I think we should be able to be pulled up. Maybe here we'll get a little bit of resistance. Looks like we're doing pretty good here. Get about halfway to the candle. I'll move up to break even. Right about here, we'll see. Staying there, I don't like the price action. I got out. Ooh, God, it's not letting me. Let's just keep this here. We'll just go to the top of this candle. Think we should still pop up? Probably not. We got a little selling there. Wow. That was only a point and a half. Should have got 2.5 points out of that. Fat fingered it. Happens. All right, so we retraced back again. But all right, we had the right assumption. Sometimes these technical difficulties. Yeah, so we're back to the POC. A lot of selling buying imbalances right here. Yeah, actually pop from here. Mm-hmm. And a bunch of positive delta. I mean, maybe we could make, you know, go to here. Be about 2 points. About a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's come up here a little bit. A lot of positive delta back in here. Too good, but I believe we have enough momentum. We have a bunch of buyers here. Push us through to the finish line. We'll see. Yeah. There you go. All right, so when I'm basically looking at this, I'm looking at a ladder, right? And I'm looking at where the positive delta is. I know I got buyers here. I know, you know, it'll be, you know, this is a lot of sellers. But I know from here, from this point on, right, we have buyers. So there you go, from here to here. Pretty good. So I just did it. I took that. That was what I did. I had a good point of control here. Buying imbalance up. Here's where all the buyers were. Right in here. You see, there's all positive delta up in here. Well, you take the trade. You know, it's not bad. It could be a point or two. This was 2 points. I'll take those all day long. That's easy money. All right, we got a couple of negatives. See now we're going to see if the if we pick up buyers, because we got to overcome the sellers here. All right, it's a big number, 241, 21 buyers over here. Okay, it's a big number. All right. Then you have these selling imbalances. So this could pose as resistance. We could come back down again. All right, it's easier to come down than up. We're back. We just drop this in seconds. Okay, there you go. It's dropping again. There you go. You got a bunch of buyers in here. See how it just kind of, you know, did a little bit of that. Now it's going back down again. You got to work with what the market's giving you. The market's telling me right now it's kind of volatile. You know, the price action's great. You can make money. Absolutely, no doubt about it. You know, but you can't be greedy. You can't take every penny unless you got wide stops. I mean, if you're not scalping, yeah, you could take a chance. You know, but take a look at this. You know, lower highs and higher lows. right? And look at this. All these sellers got trapped. Well, the sellers got trapped. Not saying the sellers got trapped, the buyers got trapped. There was no buying. So now there is. You see it just picked up right here? You see that just picked up? 130, 130, 130, 130, 130. This is commercial. I'm going to go long again, where I have primarily delta that was positive in this candle. So when this candle printed, you had 130, 130, 130, 130, 130. So you had a bunch of buyers at each of these levels with limit orders for 130. Now look what's happening. We're getting more up in here. So I'm looking at that, being that the buyers were pretty aggressive, and then we have a buying imbalance here. So I'm not in the trade, right? So they're going to bring it down again, and let's see if these fill in with negative numbers. That did. Okay. Now let's see if we start picking back up. We got a little more negative. Now this is positive. Look at this number here, 2625. A video prior to this one, I mentioned this area, 2600, 2650. All right, there's something about that area. Now we do have a step in the profile here, right? So this is going to be maybe we came back down, we came back up. Now this area here, this low area, we'll see if we can build a little bit more volume in here. But if you take the look through here, this is pretty balanced. So we're balanced in here. So what I'm thinking of is a breakout above the balance area, pretty much. Take a look at the blue. That's today, right up in here. Let me go ahead and see if I could have my trades, visual trading, surprise my, there you go. That's what I'm looking for. Always nice to have, this one, this screen I really don't care about too much. This I'm just looking for the, for the volume. This, we took a trade off of this already. We still have volume. Test 1, 2. Yeah, looks like it. So I'm really not concerned with the down moves. We're at a pretty substantial support level right here. These sellers are getting trapped. Came back down a little bit. See this number? If we see these numbers increase, yet we're not really making new lows. This may be a good buy spot right here. Right here at 2025. That would have been out. There's reasons why I don't put the now, yeah, I think we're kind of far from the entry. You never actually even hit it. We had some positive delta up in here. I mean, we can start building it back again. Let's take a look at this area. 21 even. All this selling is going to be a massive buy. It's got to be on the right side of the track. Just selling imbalances here. We came down fairly quickly, but very small numbers. So I'm not really concerned with these little numbers. I think we could come back up again. We're starting to build a little bit. We got a little bit of support. Went right through it, came back up again. So 1150. I mentioned in my, and I always do that. I always mention the 50s and the zeros. So this is market manipulation. This is not me and you trading, trust me. So selling came up a bit. Take a look at this delta number. If we see 1500, we're going to look for an entry. Once we see about 1500 here, we'll go ahead and not going to take that. We almost got it. We're at 2000. Right here. It's just, this is what it is. We're just, if we're building some, right in here could be the entry right here. Active 2500 on the delta. I'm looking at this number right here, this delta number. What is delta number right here? All right, so we got to, all right. Want to catch a falling knife? Not me. I've been cut before. We're going to let the big boys play their games. And we're going to pull. Thirteens and 14s, 13s and 14s, 13s and 14s. This is going to start building right here. 15. Yeah, I'd be into so you had some buyers come in here. We became all these selling imbalances. They're done. Let's see if we got buyers in here. We do. Positive delta. Now retail's going to come in here, try to. Okay, and they're going to push it back down again. Textbook. Even if I don't take a trade on this one, I'm still going to post this because this is the stuff that you need to be aware of, all right? Well, you can't have fear of missing out, all right? If you think you're going to be able to beat this kind of price action when you're in a trade already and you got money on the table, got skin in the game, it takes years, okay? Years to be able to sit back and not hit that trigger. You think it's easy money. That's how people blow their accounts. I'm telling you. That's the hard truth about, 1%. Just 1% of traders make money at this game consistently. Retail, 30% take their first trade and then never trade again. How about that? That's why brokers give you such sweet deals to put your money in there, They're using your money to trade against you right here. That's the hard truth, Got to accept the truth. But what is nice about this is market participation. Take a look at this candle, right? For retail, they're going to say, oh, this looks like a great candle to go long. It does, doesn't it? What are you backing it up with? What are you backing it up with? What kind of information you're backing it with? Bunch of selling imbalances. You don't see this in candles. You don't know where the selling was in the candles. 2150. These numbers are pretty big, and these numbers didn't take much to bring it down. This is pretty good delta here. We are building. 199, 192. Delta came down a little bit. We got a buying imbalance right here. This looks like this could be a good entry. Delta came back up again, so I'm going to go long right here. And we're going to take small hits. There you go. I'm down with that too. It's 2 points. That's it. All that delta, look what's happening. It's coming back down. But normally, if you look at the delta and you look at your price action, you got to laugh. You know, you got to laugh. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Comment. Do the YouTube business. Trying to provide the content to you. This is free content to you. We're building a small little community here. Over 150. I may be posting for about a month. Got 150 subscribers. Some guys are like, well, that's not a lot. Yeah, I just find out 150 people find this, you know, you guys are finding this value. So for me, that's great. If this goes to 2,000 and Google or YouTube wants to go ahead and monetize me, I'll start trading multiple contracts. That's when it gets fun. I think I mentioned in my other videos, I trade one contract when I'm out here recording and talking. But when I'm not recording, I'm still trading, and I'm trading multiple contracts. I also got it. How can you make money with micros? You know, it's $5 a point. Yeah, I compound. What does that mean? Once I make the margin to cover the mini, I go to a second contract. I make it again. I go to a third contract. I go to 4 contracts. After the 4th contract, I go right to a mini. So the micros, 5 micros, 4 to 5 micro contracts, scaling in and out. And once I pass like $200 in profit for the day, we go right to the mini. That's fun. I don't record it. So I got that kind of money on the line. I still talk it out, but I'm not talking to I'm not trying to explain. I'll still talk it out. Like, let's say I was working 5 contracts right now. So right now I'd probably be in about 3 contracts scaling in. And just taking base hits like 6 ticks, sell. 6 ticks, sell. Move the stop up. I mean, I'm doing a lot of work. This is nice. All right, we're starting to get to this area in here. Right, we got some nice steps here. Let's see if we got, that's not good. So I'm thinking about maybe a target to get to. Let's see. Well, all finished. Finished business. If I'm still in the trade right now and didn't take a profit, we'd be, right where I was. Maybe another, doesn't make sense not to take your profits, especially when price action's moving like this, unless you're a swing trader or something like that. All right, so I'm really liking this price action right here. We got this. Here's what I'm waiting for. Came up here, we came right back down. We had decent buying and selling. I'm going to go 1 tick above here. We're going to go for a long. Want to see this? These numbers are very good. See what's happening here? Went from 90 to 109. That's decent. You're still building some delta in here. Here's a delta number I don't like, but we're staying above it. We're building in, buyers are coming in. Buyers are coming in. I don't see much resistance here. Maybe a little bit here, but I think with the momentum, with this building, compression, contracting, I think we'll be able to pop up. This is the 24, 25, not a very good number. But we see what's happening here. We're at 6,000, so we have 2,000. Well, maybe I'm wrong a little bit. All right, so we're in the trade. We had a little bit of this before. We'll see. I think we're still looking good. Here's where I'm coming in. We're going to go ahead and go right about here. 1-to-1 ratio. And start moving the stop up about halfway. I think we're getting a little. All right, that's looking good. We're going to go about right here. I may take an L here. We'll see. All right, took a little L. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I pinned it out, right? The process happened, right? Just a little slow. I'm not that fast on the trigger here. That's what happens. Getting older. As a young guy, forget about it. Right, so we got a little bit of a buying imbalance. It just came up a little bit. So we're definitely showing some support here. Makes this so significant. Well, it's a small amount of this is going to give us a little problem. But I think once we get past that, so we went in this way, came out that way. So we got out. I did move the stop up, and that's good because we would have been out anyway. We got a bunch of selling in here. Let this marinate a little bit. That buyer, well, these sellers got trapped. They go along right here. These sellers are trapped right here. It's going to be very, very fast here. All right, just made that loss back. Back in the saddle again. So I had a guy in one of the forums that I belong to. Don't know if it's a guy because you can't identify it, but how many trades do I take a day? How many scalps? I don't know. Well, what are we up to now? We're up to 52. So we're up to 22 trades I took today. Yeah, talking about multiple contracts though, right? Yeah. So I don't know if they're the trades, but those are the contracts I took. 52. So you get a buy and a sell, 26. 26 trades. This is looking really good. I like this right up here. All this delta. All you need is a signal right now. All this perfect delta. You got 24, 21, 3 points. Looks like we're right in here. We're showing a little bit of support right up in here. 504, 510. You notice that I also trade with limit orders. I don't mark it in, mark it out. I want to be in control of my all right, so let's see what we're doing here. This is becoming a buy right here. Got 161 sellers. So what could basically happen here, and I got a bunch of meat here. Some negative delta, right? So once I come through here, this is where the most negative was, right? Less than most. So if I'm looking for some momentum to push me, and this may be the 2 candles that are going to do it, right here. We were positive delta here prior. That's a sell. All right, so here's a sell. 21 is a sell stop. Right? So why did they just push it that way? It came from here, came up, and then pushed it back down right there, right here. Why? Let's take a look. No rhyme or reason. There's no reason. I can't figure it out. All that negative delta Able to get down there, see this delta? This is the way it's working now. So this is actually a very good video because it's really showing you the delta. Maybe because I'm not keeping it like small like I normally do, like, you know, like compress it. Or maybe because I'm at 5-minute candles and not single candles. But this is showing you, and this is pretty much a volume profile. So we just down from here, okay? So this is called a sweep. Thinking we'll probably come up here. We have more sellers come in. So you got two-way trading. This could go anywhere right now. There's two-way trading here. These are bigger numbers. These are singles. These are doubles, digits. Got a couple of buy imbalances here. Negative delta, but showing support. You see that? Negative. So right here, 13 even, 15 even. See where we're slowing down? 14 even. You see that? I didn't get filled. No liquidity? You kidding me? What? Hello? Yeah. 1.5. No. 8 ticks. 2 points. That's nuts. Had the right assumption, made money, but didn't get filled. That's the first time ever that I trade that I didn't get a fill in a micro. Good thing it was a micro, not a mini. Imagine that. That's how fast that these orders are flying in with these computers. Crazy. Took all that time for the platform to pick up. Dangerous. You can have your orders. That's why you got to have a stop. I'm telling you, have that stop. This is a beautiful price action. This is beautiful, beautiful site, actually. We're at 32 minutes into the video. I think I'm going to cut it here. And if you like this kind of content, where we're flying by the seat of the pants, actually, this is all calculated. You know, we're not marketing in, we're limiting in, we're finding our entries, we're trying to get to our exits, we're managing the trades, we're applying what we know to make logical trades. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do here. So let's build a community of viewers, share the videos, give me a like, subscribe, and comment. Today has been a very good day for me so far. If I get to 2,000, well, how about this? If I'm going to continue to post the videos regardless, but if I do get monetized, I will go live with multiple contracts with the micros, but multiple. All right. So for you guys who are trading the minis, you know, you can trade the micros the same way. Specifically, how I go in and I compound my wins, and you'll see how fast the profits go up. My stops are, you know, we know how much we're going to lose in the trade, right? So and if I move the stop up, it stays there. I don't never move it down. I never increase risk. Always decrease risk. This is something that I've gotten since I've been trading. I've always done that. Maybe that's why I'm successful at trading. I don't know. Because that's what it is. And we take what the market gives us. We look at what the market's giving us. We see if we have a trade. If we have a trade, no FOMO, right? No fear of missing out. Next trade is just a click away. Please like, subscribe, comment if you like this kind of content. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.